All right,
Oh la la.
let's get going.
Our first video together.
So,
Oh,
our
my
first
Lord.
podcast. Right, well,
Well,
first of all, thank you for doing this.
you're welcome, sir.
As you know, as you know, this is an idea I've had for quite some time, and I wanted to get it off the grounds by having you first on the show. So,
Fair enough. I
Thank
think
you
that
for doing
that this is a brilliant idea.
you think so?
What a great idea.
I know, right? I know. What a fantastic idea this is. But yeah, so once this is recorded, then we start, podcasting with other people whom I know, get into the sort of influencers route, find some influencers that specialize in self-improvement, the manosphere space, success, lifestyle, all that stuff, my personal trainer, a few other guys from work that I know who would love to come on the show. So that's that.
So, what is my name? Shall I introduce myself?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm Nick or Arbor. How many names? Because they're chasing me around. I'm joking. Against the law. I'm one of his lifetime partners.
Lifetime partner, that's my brother from another mother.
Brother
so.
from another
yeah.
mother. We met each other from high school, year 7. Even though we were not like friends back then. I saw you there. You introduced me to the group as well.
Did I?
Yeah, I think it was you or somebody else, but you welcomed me. That's
man.
the main thing. If that didn't happen, would we be here?
Wouldn't be here
I don't
today.
think
Exactly.
so.
So
Yeah,
I think that was in year 8, isn't it?
Year 7. Year
Year
7. I came
Fucking hell,
to.
it's
So
been
I was
so long,
14 years old. Yeah, I came here.
Yeah. So we've known each other for a good 9 to 10 years, nearly a decade. Nearly a decade.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the purpose of us doing this is for me to get to know a little more about your lifestyle, some of the challenges you're facing in your life, what you're doing to work on them, how to improve yourself, essentially. Because the Eagerman is based around this idea of continuous self-improvement, articulating your being in every aspect, in every possible manner, whether that's fitness, whether that's emotionally becoming stronger, physically, financially improving your life. So becoming a better version of yourself as a man in every aspect is what this brand is about. So essentially, my question to you is, what are some of the challenges you're facing right now in your life?
Now, a lot of challenges going on. Some of them, for example, is one basic one. It is smoking.
Okay.
Smoking or
Yeah.
vaping. I'm going back and forth. It's not I'm not very proud of it.
Yeah.
I did quit for some time. I did quit for 2 months. No cigarette, no smoking, nothing.
Yeah.
Nicotine free. Not even the chewing gums, nothing. I cut it like
Right, you went cold turkey with it.
cold turkey. Like
Right.
the knife was just slammed there, no more.
Yeah.
2 months or more. I'm not sure exactly. I was not counting. It was at some point I did not even count. I didn't even care. I kept on going. But recently I started again.
Right.
A little bit shit. Again, I'm trying to quit this and
Would
that.
you say it's because of mental weakness? Because your brain craved the nicotine and so you just went for it?
Look, I wouldn't say it was physiological thing. It was
Okay.
not the addiction physiological because I already quit for 2
Right,
months.
that's
So
what I'm
it was
thinking,
more
yeah.
of a brain thing, more of a mental weakness. Everybody
yeah?
has. That was mine, mental weakness. It was. I was working as a bartender in a particular bar here in London, and very stressful. Which yes, every job is stressful, but it was at the point where I just didn't know what to do anymore. Every day, I just didn't like. I didn't want to
A
work
lot of
there.
corporate politics.
Corporate politics, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
them.
Yeah, people stabbing each other.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I was not. I did not want to fight.
Right.
I was just there to do my thing, to learn some things.
So
But
you-
out of mental weakness again,
so
I started smoking
Yeah,
again.
but we're on the same boat with the smoking thing, though, isn't it? I've had this issue for quite some time as well. So I tried quitting in the middle. The thing with me is I wouldn't smoke for 3 days, 4 days, and then I would smoke for a day again, and then go back to not smoking and then smoking again. So very inconsistent, with
Going
my
back and
quitting.
forth.
Yeah, back
Yeah,
and
I
forth.
see,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see,
yeah.
I see.
I wasn't like you. Like I didn't quit for a month straight or 2 months straight. But I'm definitely at a stage. I recorded a video a few weeks ago where I spoke about how these cancer sticks are harming me and how I need to drop them immediately. So I didn't after I recorded that video, but I'm definitely now at a stage where I'm not really keen on smoking too much. And I think most of the times we get back to smoking, isn't it? Once we feel like we're under stress. Because our brains have been subconsciously programmed to believe that if you're under stress and you have a fag, all of
Yeah.
a sudden, magically, you'll be stress-free.
But we know it's a placebo thing.
Yeah, it's a placebo thing.
In quotes, placebo. it does relieve you temporarily because the dopamine just hits like straight on palm.
Yeah, yeah.
But after the first stick, and then later on, like after 5 minutes, you're still gonna feel the stress. If you're going back to the same bullshit, you go there temporarily, you
Yeah.
smoke to solve the problem of the stress. But the origins of the stress, where it's coming from, are still there. You're gonna go back after the smoke
Yeah,
break.
yeah. So can we say that you're now at a stage where you're finally quitting as well?
Look, again, I left the job recently, this week.
The job you were in previously, yeah, yeah.
And to focus more on our idea, our project. Now, I don't have the urgency to smoke like before.
Yeah,
Or even
okay.
though I do, I do some from
Yeah.
time to time, trying to quit. I think I can get there. I've done it before.
Yeah.
I'm not like a long-term smoker. I think I can make it. I think
I'm
I
sure
can
you
make
can.
it.
I'm sure you can. Yeah.
And I will make it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that's motivating me to quit cigarettes is literally the fact that, you know, I'm sat here building a lifestyle brand about self-improvement, about becoming a better version of yourself. It would be a little hypocritical of me to then go out there and smoke cigarettes. It's the complete opposite of the idea that I'm promoting.
Yeah, but
So,
the thing is, it's not like you are a complete hypocrite in a sense that you can continue.
Yeah.
You're not in front of the camera being like, I'm a teacher, or no,
Yeah.
I'm a teacher.
I'm
You
not-
know, we're not a
yeah,
teachers.
I'm not a guru or
We
anything
are
like that.
learning
We are
alongside.
learning alongside.
That's it.
Exactly, yeah. But
Like you can learn, the audience can learn from what we say in front of the camera. We
yeah.
can learn from the stories that you can write.
absolutely, absolutely.
uh,
No,
underneath in the
I'm
comments.
definitely not sitting in front of this camera claiming to be a perfectionist or anything like that. You know, like I've made it very clear on this camera before that I'm a flawed person myself, and as I go along this path of self-improvement, I'm learning things myself, and all I'm doing is documenting that here. So, for those that can relate to me, hop on the boat.
Help out.
Hop on the boat. You know.
know.
But yeah, so that's one challenge that we are currently conquering at the moment. Any other?
One of the challenges I face is. What are the challenges that I face? I don't know.
The fact that you're fucking jobless?
Wait, oh yeah, job. Oh yeah, that's the main
That's
thing.
the fucking
Thank you.
challenge.
Bro, I had my brain was. The wires were not
Sir,
there.
I'm here,
You
bro.
had to go there and plug the
Yeah,
wire. That's
I'm here.
What, anyway,
You're
yeah.
jobless. What's your plan?
I left the job. Yeah. So, again, I left the job. It is. I'm okay because I have some emergency funds, so I'm not like.
Saved up, so you're-
Yeah, I have
yeah,
some
yeah.
saved up. Of course, I cannot live like that forever.
Yeah.
I need. What I'm looking forward to go to is public services, either Coast Guard. I was thinking of police, but nowadays I'm like leaning toward away from police.
Okay.
The police force, even though they do a job that is necessary in our society. However, the backlash is getting from the media and all this, from people, it is not something that I think I'm ready for that
Fair
type
enough.
of challenge. You get me?
I know a friend of mine who is a police officer, and we were talking this one time, and he said that he never reveals his occupation to anyone.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
never.
Like nowadays, you know, with the media, all this, it's very controversial. That's a different
Yeah,
topic.
yeah.
I'm not saying if it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that at the moment it's very controversial with the media as well, with the social media. I'm talking about that they're filming this, they're filming that, bad acts here, there. A lot of people are against the police force. Which again, another topic. Let's not wander the
Let's not
forest
wander
over
off,
there.
exactly.
Because now it's going to be 2 hours, the
Yeah,
podcast. Anyway.
yeah. We can continue talking forever.
Exactly. So at
So
the
what's
moment.
your plan? What sort of job are you planning on?
Again, maybe Coast Guard. Or I was thinking now that I have British citizenship, I can go to the army again.
Okay.
It is quite like army again. Like, where does army come from?
Yeah.
But they don't know my history.
Soldier! He's a soldier! Greek
Yeah,
soldier!
I served in the just so I can give some. I served in the Greek army as a conscript. Good times.
Yeah.
Bad times. It is
Character developing times.
character developing. Yes, that's for sure. Because when I joined, I was 19. I'm 22 now. I was fully mature, like completely. Jokes there. I remember
Yeah.
in A-levels when we're studying, I was trying to be the class clown, not very.
Yeah.
We had our laughs, we had our
had our
moment,
laughs, we
but
had our moment,
not something
Didn't
that you
last
can
very
grow
long.
up.
Yeah,
You
You
are
have
30
to-
years old and you have the same mentality.
Look, at
No.
some point you have to make that switch from a high school kid to a real life adult, you know? And I think for me that happened when I entered the corporate world. So when my first ever job was, I remember working in Sainsbury's. I was doing it was a part-time job, but the timings were so strange. I had to be there at 4 a.m. in the morning, and I would finish at 8 a.m. So it was a 4-hour job. Yeah. But because I was in a phase of my life at that time where I didn't have any money, I was saving every penny I could. So 40 minutes walk from my house to get there.
Okay.
I'd wake up at 3 a.m., get out of bed, have a quick cup of coffee, put my clothes and fuck off.
I see.
And that was like the grinding sort of phase of my life. I hated it. I hated that job so much because it was so like laborious. But that developed my character. That helped me sort of transition from that high school kid that wanted to be a class clown as well, that wasn't serious about life, to then like considering some big decisions, you know, like, okay, I need to get my life in order. And then after that, that's when I entered hospitality myself. So hospitality is a different fucking world.
You swore again. Oh my
You
God.
know, it's a different world, isn't it, when it comes to... It teaches you a lot, man. I'm very grateful.
It does
for
teach
it,
more, yeah, mostly about, not just about people, the psychology of people and all this, but
social skills,
also something that people neglect is that you learn more about yourself.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
learn
Oh,
more
you
about
learn so
yourself in
much about yourself.
hospitality.
Yeah, I discovered a lot about myself that I didn't know before. So anyway, so that was the transition. That's what helped me transition. And I'm assuming for you it was the army, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the army was my transition. I was, in a sense, look, you go there. You have to go because if you're a Greek citizen, you have to go. But there are some units where you voluntarily have to go. You don't. You voluntarily go. You don't have to go, but you voluntarily go. I went one of these units. It is more of a training, more of a discipline into it, and it was at that point where I decided to go to that unit. Where things have changed. I took a completely different path. If I stay in the original unit, I knew I was not gonna do much. I was just gonna there scratch my balls, you know. Like, what is this?
You went to the more complicated one.
No, you don't like complicated. Yeah, there are some units. There's a unit like at the border, in one of the islands, the border Turkey as well.
Oh, okay.
I was serving there, and this is the point where everything turned around for me. I was, I was introduced to the real world outside school. I was introduced because the army still there is some protection for you. You're not gonna die out of hunger.
Yeah, of course.
You're not gonna die of thirst. You know, nobody's gonna go and stab you unless you really are a dickhead. Someone will.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
But
I'm exaggerating.
but bloody hell, that's one hell of a transition, isn't it? Because imagine going from a high school kid to then the army. It's like life has just grabbed you by the scruff of your neck and thrown you in the deep end.
Many Greeks from the older generation say that you go to the army, you become a man. To some extent, yes, because I've seen other people who did go out of the army, like they went through the army, but they're still doing the same stuff that they did before.
Did you become a man after your army experience?
Look,
Or did you just get more paranoid?
no, stop. Paranoid, oh my God. Another topic. No, look, I cannot say I don't like a person, man, woman, child, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't say a lot about yourself. I'm a man, I'm a this. It's up to the other people to tell you if you're smart,
absolutely.
if you're handsome, if you're a man, because...
The world will respond.
Exactly.
The world will tell you with that.
They will tell you, exactly.
I've
Will tell
learned
you.
that.
If you think that you're the big man over here and everybody else thinks that you're a
But
dickhead.
you have a lot of people on social media that are... They want the flashlight to be on them all the time. I'm a man, I'm doing this, look at me, all this money, success, women. But deep down, they're insecure.
Social media shows the best of
Side
their
of someone,
life,
yeah.
but it doesn't show. It shows them being on top of the mountain, but it doesn't show them climbing
struggle.
the
Yeah, the
mountain
journey.
that
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Which we're kind of trying to do that in
Which
essence.
is what's different about the Eagermans, which is what's different about us, is the fact that we're not just waiting to get to the end and then show off our fucking mansions and our cars and all that stuff. Like I'm more than happy to document the side that's not so pleasant to witness when you're on the path of success. You know, like, dude, look at the weather. Look how sullen the weather is. You know how just depressing it is. And who would want to come to a park with a camera and a tripod to film? Like, I'd rather just stay at home in the comfort of my bed and watch Netflix or something.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
But like, obviously, no, we have to stay disciplined, and I'm more, and like, I'm happy with going out there putting the work in and documenting my journey for
Yeah, you
people
need
to
to,
see.
exactly, you need to get yourself out there. You need to get out of the comfort zone. The best person to talk about getting out of the comfort zone, you know him, David Goggins. Oh my God, holy
Oh
shit,
my
this
God.
guy is
He's just on a
he's
different
not
level.
human, he's not human,
Nah,
he's something else.
He's something
like
else, man. He is
another
something
league
else.
of his
Yeah,
own.
this man is
When we're
just
talking about
something
getting
else.
out of the comfort zone, he's the expert.
When I watched his podcast with Joe Rogan, like 2-hour-long podcast, once the podcast was finished, the fire I got up my ass was just on a different level.
Which one?
It was, I think it was the first podcast that they filmed.
No.
they
What would you say after that?
like I just got fire up my ass
Oh,
to
yeah.
like just go out there and just conquer the world.
Exactly.
And I remember that's when I bought a bunch of running gear as well. You know,
Yeah.
bought a bunch of fitness stuff as well.
But the thing is that a lot of people, everybody can just go on the internet and watch David Goggins or Jocko Willink. So
yeah,
anybody that's out there has done a lot of things, gone through tough times. It does give a spark. There is a flame going on there.
Yeah.
However, that flame alone cannot survive for long if you don't give it the fuel that it
Yeah,
needs.
absolutely agree.
Either
Yeah.
that means more wood or more air, or more oxygen, metaphorically speaking, obviously.
Yeah. But it's like, well, in the short term, that sort of motivation can get you going.
Yeah,
But what
it's up
you
to
need at the end is discipline,
Exactly.
right?
yeah.
So that's what's gonna.
Self-discipline, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need, because it's like a rocket, isn't it? Motivation is that fuel that gets burnt right at the beginning of that launching
Yeah,
phase,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Once the rocket is out of the orbit or whatever, that's when you need. Oh, your phone's ringing. Your Pookie Bear's
You're
calling
gonna cut
you.
this out. You're gonna cut it out. Yeah, come on.
No.
What do you mean? We're professionals here. Yeah, we're very
I'm not gonna cut
professional.
that shit out. No. Next time, put your phone
Everybody
on
else
mute.
just think how professional I am and you are as well. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. Yeah.
But so going back to the rocket analogy, you know,
Yeah.
it's
Don't cut it. Don't cut it. No way.
oh my god,
No way. Who was it?
oh my god.
I mean, oh my God. Sorry, I think, man,
That's
we've
just
been laughing
crazy.
so much. It's peaking. The sound is peaking.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
have to
it's
adjust
alright.
it.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Fuck you.
Why is he calling me? I think he probably wants to meet up afterwards.
Yeah.
We're not cutting this part out.
Don't cut it. Don't cut it. That's it. That's raw. It's
That's
going raw.
raw.
We're
That's,
going in raw.
that's
That's it.
authentic stuff. Put your phone on mute next time. 2 seconds later.
Oh my God, I'm actually crying.
But memories. This will last with us forever.
No, it's gonna last
but yeah.
for them as well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
rocket analogy.
To cut through the crap, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, rocket analogy,
motivation can get you going in the short term. What you need in the long run is discipline, because that's where discipline is all about showing up and working even on the days when you don't feel like working. You know, and that's literally what we're doing right now as well. That's a form of discipline. That's not motivation. That's discipline. We have no problems with working even when we're not in the mood to. So, do you have any fitness goals in your mind? Out of curiosity, like
Fitness
gym or anything
goals.
like that?
Yeah, the gym. I was thinking, I want to always try out and learn about martial arts.
Yeah,
Is that
okay.
Muay Thai? Is it just kickboxing?
Okay.
Is it karate? Is it taekwondo? I don't care. I want something. I want to go to that type of establishment. I want to
Okay.
go there and
Alright.
learn about this. And of course, it's not just about striking or defending. It's about self-discipline and anger issues, which we have not touched this topic yet. But
It's a very sensitive topic.
very what you said. So yeah, anger issues is something that I was battling, and of course the army was something that I was up there with the issues. The army just brought it down, but of course it's not to near zero.
Yeah.
There's still some things that I need to work out on this one.
I think martial arts will definitely help
Yeah.
you control that.
Exactly,
that
it's
side of
about because of course martial arts is not just us said about striking and defending. It's about the inner you, the inner
it.
peace
Inner
in
you,
your
but
mind.
it's gonna develop. Sorry to interrupt you, but I had something come to my mind. It's gonna help you become a monster, right? And Jordan Peterson once said, "You should be a monster, and then learn how to control that side of you. That's what's gonna
Yeah.
make you a masculine man, right?
Also, yeah.
That's what a virtuous man is. Someone who is capable of violence, someone who is capable of fighting, who's capable of being a fucking monster, but he has that under control.
Yeah, Like Jocko Willink said. Jocko Willink, for those who don't know, you should search him up as well. He has his own podcast as well.
Yeah.
He is a former Navy SEAL officer. Navy SEALs is like Tier 2 special forces in special operation forces in America, US. But he said the violence is to be a switch. You need to switch up when the violence is needed, when you need to be aggressive into certain stuff, either to defend somebody. To defend something, that's the main thing that I will think about. But you need to have that switch going like pop and to become aggressive.
Yeah.
And when you need to be calm down, like a soldier will be aggressive when there's a firefight, when they see the enemy, boom, aggressiveness. But when after the firefight, later on he has to talk to the civilians to make, to gather information, to make them feel good, that violence need to switch back off again and be diplomatic.
Right.
From a diplomat to a monster.
Yeah, having the ability to switch between those two zones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As like when you become a monster, like Jordan Peterson, you said, you need to control it.
Control it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all this violence, you could harm somebody that you don't want to.
You don't want
either collateral
Yeah.
or your allies.
Yeah.
It's not something that you want to. You want to focus precision on your violence or your aggression for the right thing at the right time.
The right time, in the
of
right
course,
place,
we it's much harder to do it, obviously, but this should be the principles, and from then on you build up with more specific examples.
So when are you planning on actually joining a martial arts academy?
Soon. Again, I'm starting to save up money, of course, because I don't have a job at the moment. Jobs, we live in London, there are jobs everywhere, but I just want to
Right.
find a good job, you get me?
Yeah.
I can go somewhere where there's a lot of politics. Well known for politics, I can go there, get a job, okay? I don't want that. I want something good.
But man, politics is going to be everywhere, man. Where there's humans, there's always problems.
I know.
So, you just have to learn to navigate through corporate politics. One of the ways I do it is I just don't give a fuck. As
Don't
simple
give a
as it might sound, it's very profound. It's beautiful, man. Because you have to grow above. There's a quote that goes something like, oh fuck, I forgot, but it's something along the lines of how small-minded people talk about each other, and those who've grown above that sort of phase, that zone, continuously focus on themselves. They don't care about other people and their business. They're too occupied with their life and improving it.
I see.
So
Fair enough. It is.
yeah,
But there's no but.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
I
But,
agree with that.
fucking hell, look at the camera. Look how brown I am. You can't even see me.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Can't even
can you
see
not
me.
change in the settings?
Well, I did increase the ISO before, but
But when you edit
it's just not enough. I think our editor might be able to do something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, will you?
Yeah, he'll be
It's
able
not
to
going to be a
fix
waste,
it.
no, is it?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. He'll fix it. But yeah, I think that's it, man. We had a quick chat. Interesting chat.
What an interesting chat.
What an interesting
phenomenal.
chat. What a great chat.
What a phenomenal.
But yeah,
Thank you very
thank
much.
you, man.
No worries.
Let's end this right here.
Next person, who's going to be?
We'll see.